But for now, it is a forewarned weather alert day, so let's head over to Paul in the Weather Center.
Right, we've got the possibility of strong to severe thunderstorms again late this afternoon into this evening, possibly more intense than the storms that made their way through yesterday evening. Those had a lot of lightning, but lightning doesn't make a storm severe. It just makes it a thunderstorm. Let's take a look at what to expect. The storms moving in by late afternoon and early evening. The main threats will be from large hail and damaging straight line winds. The location of the greatest risk is along and south of I-40, so Metro Nashville kind of on the dividing line. And this morning, no problems as you're heading out the door. No fog out there from any of our WeatherBug camera perspectives. Even our usual foggy spot in Carthage is not seeing any at the moment. A little bit out of focus, but that's okay. Looking good from Cookeville as well. So I was a little concerned that some of that moisture from last night's rain would lead to some dense fog this morning, but so far we're avoiding that. Clean sweep of the skies with the forewarned live radar at the moment, but we're tracking some storms all the way in western Missouri. Those have the potential to move towards us. Those might be the storms that hold together and move in later on today, or those might fizzle and spark the next round of storms that heads our way later on today. In the meantime, it's a mild, kind of muggy morning out there. Not a word we use a whole lot in March, but it's certainly possible. At the coolest, you're in the low 50s, Clarksville and Hopkinsville. 62 degrees though in Nashville, 63 in Columbia. Remains to be seen exactly where that dividing line between the cooler air to the north and the warmer air to the south is going to set up. Looks like I-40 is going to be that dividing line, which is why it's also the dividing line for our best chance of severe storms later on today. So what's going to happen in the meantime? Temperatures will warm up. Low 70s in Metro Nashville by noon. It'll be much cooler in southern Kentucky. That's why your risk is a lot lower. It'll be warmer in southern middle Tennessee. And then the storms move in by late afternoon and early evening, probably just approaching the Tennessee River by about 3 or 4 o'clock this afternoon. Let's take a look at Futurecast and show you how things are going to look throughout the day with the clouds and radar simulation. We'll start at 8 o'clock this morning, maybe a shower or two in southern middle Tennessee, but we're waiting on that line of storms to be approaching the Tennessee River by about 3 o'clock. Keep in mind, this is one version of one forecast model. It's not guaranteed to be accurate, but it's had a good track record in the past. Pushes those storms towards I-65 by about 5 o'clock this evening, so the evening commute, at this point, it looks like the earlier you can get out the door to head home, the better off you're going to be, but the more intense storms are going to be farther to the south of Interstate 40. As we head through the evening, these storms race to the east, and the main threat should be off the Cumberland Plateau already by 8 o'clock. Still some lingering rain possible the rest of the night, but that's not going to be as big a deal. No severe weather threat out of that. It's a slight risk along and south of Interstate 40, marginal risk farther to the north, but really southern Kentucky, I think you're going to stay in the clear. Large hail, damaging straight line winds are going to be the primary concern. And then as we head towards the end of the week and the first half of the weekend, another threat for severe weather. It looks like it's going to shape up at least close to our neck of the woods on Saturday. I think the greatest risk might stay just to our southwest, but it's going to be a close call, so we'll keep an eye on the weekend as well. In between, a cool day tomorrow with just a few lingering showers in the morning. Mid-60s on Thursday, back up to the 70s on Friday, and then that storm chance on Saturday, followed up by yet another storm chance on Monday. So we have a lot to keep us occupied over the next several days, including that potential for severe storms today. We'll have more updates as we go through the day. Chris?
All right, Paul, thank you. Hey, a new face is popping up on Sesame Street. Very